Hi people of the internet, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ahmad and this is like a new series that I want to start. Hopefully it becomes a series and I want to call it Let's Talk because I love talking, so why not just make it into a series. So leave some recommendations for future episodes of what you want me to talk about. If you read the title of the video, you would see that the first episode is going to be about controversial topics surrounding Stranger Things. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. I'm slowly dying. So, firstly, one of the most controversial topics surrounding Stranger Things is in season 2. We all know what that is. Number 8 storyline, and that one episode that no one likes, which is episode 8 of season 2. One of the most controversial characters of Stranger Things is number 8, and her what she added to, well, not really what she added to the series, but more why there was a whole episode dedicated to her in season 2. Now, looking at both sides of the argument, you can see that, well, there's a reason why she's in the storyline. Because, well, she did add to the storyline in a way that she helped Eleven realize. Well, she helped her realize that where she should be. She shouldn't be by 8. She should be at home with her family, with Hopper, basically, and with Mike and with Joyce and all of them. And also she did, help help Eleven channel her powers to make them stronger. She did that as she should. Okay. But at the same time, why did she have a whole episode dedicated to her? Like, they could have just taken that one episode and just broken it up into pieces and spit it out throughout the season. Heard anything about her since season 2? Nothing. Like, I thought she would at least have like a cameo in season 4 or something. If she comes back in season 5, let's talk about that. Season 5. Will she come back in season 5? Do you think she'll come back in season 5? Because thinking about it, on the one hand, she could come back in season 5 and it could be like this whole like reuniting thing where she helps Eleven fight or something like that. And like, she's also got powers, so, join forces and boom. But at the same time, I feel like a part of me feels like the Duffer Brothers and like the writers of the show know that no one really liked season 2, or like not season 2 but like that specific episode, so bringing her back is going to be very risky. But if they want to bring her back, they just would have to write her very well into the storyline, because we haven't seen her for like seasons. But then again, also, we didn't see Dr. Brenner since season 1. There's always an epic moment in every season. No, every season is epic. Every shot is epic. Everything. Stranger Things is just such a good show. Anyways, season 3 was the worst season. Okay, so I've seen this floating around social media and people, like a good amount of people, saying that season 3 was the worst season out of all the seasons because it was so different from every season. Because if you look, season 1 and season 2 was very dark. It was very dark. And season 4 too it wasn't dark, but it was dark compared to season 3. Like I'm talking about colors. I'm not talking about like plot wise, no, colors. Like, season 3 was obviously completely different from all the other seasons in a way that season 3 was very colorful. We had, like, it was just very colorful. The outfits they were wearing were colorful. Everything was just colorful in season 3. And people just agreeing, like saying that season 3 was the worst season because it was different from all the other seasons. I need to have a conversation with you, because personally season 3 is one of my favorite seasons. Like, how can you say season 3 was bad because it was different? Like, if they had to do the same thing every single season, you would be saying that they're doing the same thing every season. So they switch it up and then you complain. You people like complaining. So obviously I haven't lived through the 80s because I'm not 40 something years old, but like seeing like some people's who lived through that era, their opinions on the show and that specific season and the colors and the themes and the plot and everything, and like mostly talking about the 80s theme. I've seen some people saying that season 3 is one of the seasons that is most true to the 80s because of the firstly the mall, the fact that the mall opened and shops in the town closed because of the mall. I feel like, not I feel, but like the 80s and like the close to the end of the 20th century was the time when malls started opening up and businesses started, like independent businesses. I'm trying to be smart here. Like standalone stores, let's call it that. Like mostly like started closing down because people would rather just go to a mall where everything is than go to a shop and then go from shop to shop. You know what I mean? I just think that season 3 was most true to the 80s. What's your thoughts on season 3? Did you like season 3? Do you think that it was bad? I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Hopper should have died at the end of season 3. But the thing is, with like Hopper's death, that was a really good way of like killing off his character. If they were going to kill off his character, it would have been a really good way to kill off his character because like you had it's basically like the same thing if you think about it, like Eddie's death, in a way that obviously not the setting and the place and everything, but if you think about it, like the way he died, like like being a hero, and then like obviously like now Dustin is gonna have to go into season 5 like working through the death of Eddie, just like Max had to work through the death of Billy and Joyce and Millie, not Millie, 11. Joyce and 11 had to work through the deaths of Hopper. What I'm trying to say is that some people, I've seen people say that Hopper's dead. Hopper should have just died at the end of season 3. And I'm not gonna say I agree with this or disagree with this at all because I feel like if they had to kill him off, it would have been a good way to kill him off. But like them not killing him off was okay, I guess. They could have maybe done it differently because like there was an explosion. There was an explosion, and he came out with a mustache, with like a half a mustache, like he didn't have like he had like it's like he came out with like nothing. Like he just walked out of there. Or he didn't walk out of there, but you know what I mean. Like it's like if those Russians weren't there, he probably could have just walked out there and be like, "Hi, I'm alive." He literally jumped from an explosion. There was an explosion. There was fire. Maybe he should have died. No, he shouldn't have. He is Hopper. Should he have died? What do you think? Put it in the comments. A weekly episode release. Now listen, before anyone comes at me, listen. I fully understand that people say that Stranger Things should be a binge watchy like show, like a binge watch show. But imagine this. Just like sit back in your chair, wherever you're sitting. Sit back and just close your eyes, right? And imagine this, right? Because if you like, okay, wait. Before you close your eyes, open them up, look at me. Every episode, like almost like every episode ended on a cliffhanger, right? Like if you think about episode 1 ended on Chris's death, episode 2 ended on what's his name? Fred's death, episode 3 ended on Max and the whole clock thing getting haunted, episode 4, like every episode ended on kind of a cliffhanger, and like it was, but like just okay, now you can close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close it. I can see they open. Close it. And imagine, right? Just imagine this, right? It's the 27th of May, 2022, right? episode 1 of Stranger Things drops. It's a Friday. Episode 1 drops, right? You are sitting in your home, wherever you are. You're sitting in excitement. You are sitting in whatever other words make sense in this situation. You're sitting in excitement, right? Watching the first episode. You see that it's like over an hour long. How long was it? I don't know. You see sitting and you're watching, right? Then you reach the end of the episode. You see Chrissy getting crumbled. You see her body moving in ways you could never imagine. Then, what's next? You go to social media. You go to Twitter. You go to TikTok. You go to Instagram. You go to whatever social. You go to your friends, and you start making up theories. You start conspiring, whatever the word is. You start making up theories about what is happening, what the next episode is gonna contain, what the season, what is happening. Like, you know, and it's not only about Chrissy's death. Like, the beginning of the episode literally starts off with us seeing bodies lying on the ground and 11 turning around and Dr. Brenner going, "What have you done?" or whatever he says. Like, the conspiracy theories, the theories that could come from that first episode, right? Then, for the next week, that's all you do. You just come up with theories, talk to people, see what they think. You just, you know? Do you think that all of that could be done in one sitting? If you had to watch the whole season in one sitting, do you think all that excitement could be done? Because, like, if you think about it, if you finish the first episode, you go immediately to the second episode, third episode, fourth episode, and just like that things are being revealed. But that like excitement of like coming up with theories and thinking what is gonna happen next. Like, when I watched it, I watched the first episode, which was the first two episodes. It was either the first episode or the first two episodes on the Friday, and then I didn't watch until the Saturday, the next episode. So it's like I had time for my brain to first register what happened, but secondly, I was just thinking about what could the next episode bring, because it's like you don't know what's gonna happen next, right? So it's like if it was a weekly release, firstly, it would have been so much more fun for everyone, and like also spoilers, like you would be less likely. It would be less likely that you'd be like the season would be spoiled, because you would literally have a week to watch the whole episode, like a week to watch an episode. You know, the hype surrounding Stranger Things would have lasted much longer, because it was a 9-episode series, which means that there's 9 weeks, and 9 weeks is over 2 months. I think 4 weeks in 1 month, 4 in the next, and 1 in the next. Yeah, it would have literally lasted from like the end of May, the whole of June, the whole of July. The hype would have lasted so much longer. If you think that what they did by releasing it all at one time was right, why do you think so? Put it in the comments.